So I will say hi, everyone, again, and welcome to Israel. I want you to know that it was lovely for me to meet you all yesterday. I enjoyed it, and it was wonderful meeting you all. And so, like I said, we have this special program made for you, especially for you. And during this week, you will have an orientation program that apologize, orientation program that able will help you to adjust a little bit, learn about the area, the caregiving field here in Israel, the relationship. We will approach to many important information in different angles, and I hope you will enjoy and find it useful and educating. All right, so I believe everyone can see that. And so like I said, we will start with our orientation program introduction. And today it will be just a short meeting and just to review what we're going to do this week and just a little information and then we will start. So who made it all happen? PIBA, which you know, but the name is Population and Immigration Authority. So PIBA responsible for so many things, but the major partner who made it all happen and made the bilateral agreements happen are PIBA from the Israeli side with POEA, which you all know. And now PIBA responsible for your rights, your obligations, your permits and visas extension, and your arrival and your employment period here in Israel, everything to do to your contract, your vacations, your return home, even after you go back home. And there are so many things that needs to be done. There's a process, and they will be there here actually, and they're responsible. They're behind the scene and everything that needs to be done. Now, another major partner is CIMI, and we're an NGO, the Center of International Migration and Integration. And now, what we do here, I'm here and CIMI is here on behalf of PIBA. And in CIMI also is an NGO that work in different fields with the bilateral agreements with different countries, but also we work on other fields, not just for foreign workers coming here to Israel. And related to the Philippines, we're assisting with the interviewing process in the Philippines and everything related to the process of you coming here. And we build this special program, like you said, year for year, taking care of your rights. And it's very important for us to guide you in the beginning, and later on we will have other programs that we're building for you after this first orientation program. We also give you the informational support through the Viber group, and we have the call center, which I told you about yesterday. It's especially for foreign workers, and we have the department for the Philippines that they're available, especially for you. So what are are we going to talk about today? We'll talk about our first orientation, when and whom to return to. We will talk about home quarantine, what to expect, and a little bit of guidance from the Minister of Health. And we'll talk about what you should do in case you have the symptoms of COVID-19, and how we communicate in Israel, and the importance of learning Hebrew. We will talk about the working week and the Shabbat Shalom, which we will have a really short Hebrew lesson. We will talk about the orientation program and the topics and the tentative schedule we will have, and I will leave time for questions and answers. And I will try to address any question that comes to mind. Now, our first orientation. Today, when you ask questions, I told you to contact the contact person with your placement agency. Now, it's very important to understand the process, everything that's related to right now, if it's your home quarantine and food and swab test and PCR test, and if you have COVID symptoms and everything related to your employment and an agreement and contract, everything. First, you should contact if you have any issue. It's very important to contact your placement agency. In case of any problem inside the workspace, any problem that will come along, something related to your home base or something with the employer, with family, we recommend and ask you to try to solve the problem directly through your employer. And it's very important to communicate your needs and issues with the employer while building your relationship. If you have any other difficulties, if you're not sure about something, if you see that you're trying to talk to your employer and it's stuck, something ain't working, and you're not able to communicate and find solutions to any issues that come along, it's very important to contact your placement agency, contact person, social worker. They are there for that reason. In any case, you have further problem, if you can't find a solution within the family placement agency, and you see that you still haven't got answers to your problem, or it wasn't addressed the way it should, of course you should contact the call center. Okay, because like I said, we are here for that, to support you, to guide you, to help you in case the normal way, contact your try to address. Sorry, I have organs. If you not able to address the family placement agency, we got your back. Okay, we will be there in those cases, and of course in others as well. Okay, we are available, but placement agency, you must know that if you have questions related to daily routine that you're not sure about, please contact your placement agency, okay? Because they have the specific details for you. If you don't mind, Anna Marie, I will mute your mic. call center, which I gave you the cards yesterday. Okay, I hope you still have the cards, but if not, that's okay. I will send I will share on our Fiverr group a direct link to the registration. Okay. I will share a direct link to the registration for the call center. Like I said yesterday, right now we may already have an Israeli SIM card. You may receive one yesterday or not. You need to register to the call center with your Israeli number. Okay. Now, in case at some point you will change your Israeli number, please register again and it will delete the old number. Okay, it will update the information. Now, it's very important to register, and I recommend to do it way before you actually need us. I recommend to make sure that you know how to use the platform and not wait till it's an SOS thing. Okay, hopefully you will not need it, but I want you to know how to use the platform, and I want you to feel comfortable with it, know what you're doing, how it looks like. And of course, we're also available right now during the revision program on our Fiverr group. Here you can see the contact call center number. And like I said, I will send you the link. Oh, one more thing. I think I mentioned it yesterday that the call center, another reason why I recommend to register as soon as you can is that we stay in touch with you, meaning that if there is any new information regarding your rights and the law, anything that may be important to your employment, and we will send the call center, will send information, they will contact by your number that you will register with. Now, regarding to home quarantine, a little bit of guidance from Ministry of Health. You've been travel for a while, been in 3 different international airports in a short period of time. Now, beside the fact that you're probably exhausted, and it's also how would I say it? Not very clean, not hygiene. Travel with 3 different international airports and planes, and it's very important to stay safe. It's very important to stay in your home quarantine in case you're still in home quarantine. Some of you will start your working day today, as you already know. Some already speaking with their employer, some will leave soon from their home quarantine, and some will stay for another 6 days. I said yesterday, and I wrote it this morning, that right now with the new guidance on the Ministry of Health, with anything related to the home quarantine, and each case, each one of you have their own different demand. It depends on your vaccination, and are you fully vaccinated? And if not, when do you have to take the next shot? And it's related to so many technical things, So right now, everyone have their own guidance on what to do next. What's the next step? Now, in case you're going to stay at home quarantine, it's very important to not leave the place of your home quarantine. If it's a room or apartment or hotel, it is very important to not leave your home quarantine, not even to take out the trash. Okay, very important. And it's very important if you want to have hygiene and take care of yourself. And another thing is that you can see the next thing that it's written here. In case of if someone will report that you got out of a building where is your home quarantine, the apartment, the room which you're not supposed to leave that particular room, and it doesn't matter what time it is during the day or night. If someone will find that she left, and not just you, by the way, everyone in Israel will be found outside their home quarantine while they're supposed to be in home quarantine, will get a 5,000 shekels fine, which is quite a lot, and the equivalent of 1,500 US dollars. It's quite a lot of money, and as you know, it's almost 1 month salary. And now, since you're foreign workers, it will not just settle with 5,000 shekels. You also be facing deportation, which we don't want that for you, and you don't want it either after you've been waiting so long to come here. And I'm sure we can all agree that you don't want to be deported. And so it's very important to stay safe, at your home quarantine. Okay, very important. Now, anything to do with Ministry of Health, here you have two links, which I will send the links later on the Fiverr group, which you can read more about the guidance on home quarantine and anything to do with the corona. And Ministry of Health update their website frequently. So I recommend to go there and make sure that you have the details, the correct details, and all the information that you need. Now, impossible symptoms. What should you do? And what needs to be done? Now, I'd like to remind us all that before COVID, sometimes people were just ill, had a flu, didn't feel well. But this particular time where we're in an epidemic and we have COVID, of course, we should pay more attention to any kind of symptom that we all familiar with already. So in any case of body temperature of 38 degrees Celsius or higher, and I recommend to pay attention when it's even lower than 38, just to make sure that you're on top of things. If it's at 37.67 and going up, of course, pay attention to that. If you have cough, trouble breathing, any other respiratory symptoms, and of course, loss of taste or smell, and anything that may feel connected to COVID symptoms, maybe, or even if you're just suspect of COVID symptoms, plan to stay safe, okay? And in any case that you feel that maybe something ain't right and maybe you should take a test, please contact your placement agency, your social worker, and update them. Keep them updated, okay? They will guide you what to do next. They will help you. You will need to inform the Ministry of Health. Here you have the number, and they will help you coordinate the PCR test, and you'll have to wait for the results and then wait to see what's next. If it's a quarantine, treatment, or everything's okay. And it's just exhausting or flu or flu. And I hope that everyone will stay safe. Just think that. Now, let's move to the next thing on how we communicate here in Israel. Now, in Israel, many people know English, and some on different levels of English, but many do speak English. So if you will talk to people in English, they will answer back, the ones that feel comfortable speaking in English. But since you're here and you're starting to work here in Israel, where the mother tongue Hebrew, I recommend to start day by day at the baby steps. Just try to learn new words and get comfortable with the sound and the tone of the Hebrew language, and try to learn few words, even 5 words a day, and just start to get comfortable with the Hebrew and how it sounds. I think it's very important to learn the language. You're gonna stay here for a while, not a short period of time, and I think it will help your self-esteem and get more comfortable in the area. Well, you will hear people and understand the context, and when you start to get familiar with words, and I think it will help you a lot. And first, it will definitely help you with your employer and family. And now, again, it is very important to learn the language. There is many, many, many free apps and YouTube channels, and you will find a lot of information about learning Hebrew on Google. You can just search. Here I just pointed at a free app which is very friendly of learning new language. You can try and practice. The name is Duolingo. It's a free app, so I recommend. And of course, you may know other websites and channels on YouTube and stuff. Go with what makes you feel more comfortable, that you find what you need and the way it's easier for you to learn. But I recommend to start with them if you haven't started right now. Now, the working week in Israel. So here in Israel, our working week starts on Sunday till Friday. For some, the end of the week, right before the weekend, the last working day will be on Thursday. And normally the ones who was working on Friday is a short day, and people who work on Friday finish early, like a half day. And our Shabbat, which is the the weekend. In many households in Israel, it's a holy day, spiritual day, and for others, it's just simply the weekend, which is the end of the week to just rest or do some fun things and gather around with friends and family, and you have Shabbat dinner, which is the Friday night. And Shabbat will start on Friday with sunset and ends on Saturday with sunset. Now, very important to know that in many places in Israel, everything or most places, if it's restaurants or shops or supermarkets or anything, is shutting down and closed, and there is no public transportation. And in others, you will find public transportation and shops. At least some of the shops will be open, restaurants will be open. It depends where you're going to stay. And you will find, or don't be surprised to see that the area is shutting down and everything is closed, and in others, they're open. And now it's very important for me to share with you that if you see that something is running out, if you want particular food to have with you for the weekend or something, and till you will get to know the area where you're going to stay and get the sense of what is open, what is closed, and when, make sure to have everything you want before Friday. Okay, make sure if you need to buy something, make sure to buy it before. Don't wait for the weekend because you may not be able to have it during the weekend. So push that the note that something that you may need. Now, I like to go over like what we're going, like the titles of what we're going to talk about in our orientation program. So we will send many recorded videos, short Hebrew lessons related to the same topic of the recorded video, and we will send many links. We will have that, and another, besides that, another 4 online meetings on Zoom. Now you will get many information, and I truly hope you will keep up with the information. It will stay available for you, but it's very important to get to know in detail if it's your rights and obligations, how to use the call center, to get to know the area and historical background and public transportation and how it's used here in Israel. So we will talk about, you will have all those recorded sessions that you see, the Israeli culture and historical background, rights and obligations of caregiver worker and her employer, and the caregiver-caretaker relationship, the call center for foreign workers, immigration crisis, family long-distance relationship, if it's with your family, loved ones, friends. And like I said, you will have short Hebrew lessons, okay, and you will get many useful information and things, like I said at the beginning. Please try to keep up with the information. I think with almost every group, we can see by the questions that we're receiving that people for some reason, they don't watch the information that we're sending, which is unfortunate because at some point they feel a bit stressed that they don't know something, but we're sharing the information with you. All you need to do is to watch, to listen, and it will guide you. It will help you to know what you're doing, what's going on around you. It will guide you. Now, now's the time for questions, maybe. Anyone like to ask anything? Feel free to unmute yourself. All right, so if there's no concerns, questions for now, that's okay. You will have other options to share your question, to ask your question. So we can continue. So let's learn a few words in Hebrew. Like we said, Shabbat, which is Saturday, is a special day, and you may hear people say Sabbath. It's the same thing. It's Shabbat, and it's our holiday. Now, you can add Shalom, which is peace or hello. It's a greeting. If you combine those words, Shabbat Shalom, you will have a greeting for Shabbat, which is have a good, nice Shabbat. People normally say that on Friday, and also during Friday and Saturday, you will hear people greet each other with Shabbat Shalom. And our next one is very important. We say ochel, which means food. Very important. Important word to remember. The next one is mayim, which means water. Now, let me zoom out from the program and remind you that you moved to the Mediterranean. It's a warm climate, very humid, and it's very important to stay hydrated and drink a lot of water. Make sure to drink a lot of water. Make sure that your employer is drinking enough water. Okay, you may not feel thirsty, but please make sure that you drink enough water. Okay, it's hot here now. I like you to know that the water, the tap water in Israel is drinkable. You can drink the tap water. From one place to the other, you may find that the taste is a bit different. I think in most places it's like that. But you can drink the water. You can fill up bottles. You have mineral waters as well if you like to buy. Or I think in each household you will find the way they drink their water, and I think you will figure it out for yourself what tastes better for you. But in any case, make sure to drink enough water. Now, in case you're not feeling well, there are a way for a female and a male to say it in Hebrew, which for female is ani, I am, lo, not, margisha means feeling, tov, well. Ani lo margisha tov, I'm not feeling well. For male, ani, lo, margish, to. So the difference is margisha for female and margish for male. Now, hopefully you will all feel great. So when you say I'm feeling well, you say ani margisha to. You just drop the word lo, which means no, or in that case not. And that's it. Ani margisha to. Ani margish to. Now, anyone is brave enough to repeat some of the words, and I invite you all to put your mic back on, and if you like, we can repeat it all together. It may be loud and messy, but you're welcome to repeat the words. We can do that together.
I'm ready.
Shalom.
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 And what do you say when
Shalom.
you like to greet someone for Shabbat?
Shabbat
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom.
Perfect.
Shabbat Shalom.
Now, in case you're thirsty,
Maim.
exactly.
Na ani
Ani,
Anilo
Maim.
Margesha.
ani
Anilo Margisha.
Anila Margisham.
Margish.
ani maim ani
Anilo Margisha. To.
Anilo
Anilo
Margesha.
Margisha.
Tov.
Perfect. I heard the male over there said
Margisha
Margish. Okay,
Tov.
very good.
Anilo Margisha Tov.
Anilo Margisha Tov. Anilo Margisha Tov.
Ani Margisha Tov.
Exactly. Now, in case you're feeling well,
Ani
Ani Margisha
Ani
Tov.
Margisha.
Margesha Tov.
Ani Margisha Tov.
very good. Very good. Now, in case you're hungry, what do you want?
Okay.
Okhel.
Okhel.
Very good.
Okay.
Was it that Okhel or Okhel?
Ohel.
Ohel.
But if you say ohel,
Ohel.
ohel, yeah, people will understand what
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okhel.
ohel. Yeah.
Okhel.
Now, in case you want to have peace on earth, what would you say?
Mai.
Shalom.
Shalom, of course.
Shalom.
It was a tricky question, huh? Okay. Now, what week of the day we start working in Israel?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Till?
Friday.
Shabbat.
Sunday.
No. So,
Sunday, first day
First day of the week.
exactly.
Sunday.
So Sunday is exactly the first day of the week, and some will work till Thursday, and others may work till
Friday afternoon.
or afternoon. Exactly. Very good. Now, in case you have some issue and you're not able to solve it with your employer and their family, what should you do?
Call the police. Social worker.
Exactly. All right. You ready? It's wonderful. All right, everyone. So like I said, today is a short meeting. And now, how many of you are going to stay at home quarantine for a week? Do you know? Have you checked? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
That's nice. All right, good to know. So later on, I will update you if we will meet tomorrow morning or on Sunday. We're not sure yet, but in any case, I will send you the information. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Alright.
Thank you, Ma'am Anat.
Wonderful. Thank you all. So I saw someone wrote something on the chat, and we're gonna.
What is the
Okay. Yeah.
Hebrew of thank you?
Toda raba.
Toda.
Toda raba.
Actually,
Toda raba.
thank you. Thank you
Toda.
means
Kalimutan ko.
Toda raba.
you're right. No, I'm glad that you asked.
I
You know,
forgot.
no, it's okay. I didn't realize that you didn't write it down, so it's good that you said. Now, toda raba.
Toda
Thank you
raba.
very much.
Toda raba.
Thank you
Very
very
much.
much. But thank
Toda
you.
raba.
Just plain toda.
Okay,
Now,
toda raba.
Joanna, I noticed that you raised your hand. Is there anything?
Yes, yes, ma'am. I just want to ask if a part of Jerusalem, when during the Shabbat day, is Jerusalem also closed for
Okay.
some
For Shabbat.
in for travel like bus or like taxi?
Yes. Not taxi, but buses and trains. Yes. And in some locations it's a bit different. Jerusalem is the biggest city in Israel. So you will find an interesting mix of people, religious, and all kind of Jewish on the spectrum of religion or secular. So in some areas you will see restaurants and pubs and shops that are open during the weekends. It's less than in other cities. Like I mentioned to you, the airport Haifa. So a lot of things will be shut down. Yeah,
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
not a problem. Chris, you also wanted to ask something?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I just want to double check with you. What should I do if the caregiver duties which declare in the contract is not followed?
Again,
What should I do if the caregiver duties which is stated in our contract will not it's not followed?
okay. So you should definitely, if you see that the employer is not following the contract, you should, without a doubt, call your placement agency. Find a way to contact your social worker if you see that they don't respond. I'm not saying that sometimes if you try to contact them during the weekend or late in Shishi Friday, Shishi, no one it's possible no one will respond because they're not working. But if they're not followed and they're not finding a way to solve the problem, you should definitely contact the call center. Okay?
Yes, because yesterday I already started working, and my contract is stated there that my responsibility is only for my patient.
Okay.
My patient, that is because he is only 14 years old actually, and with
14?
autistic. Yes,
Okay.
autistic. And but this morning when we wake up, I have to clean the whole house and do the laundry for everybody.
Yes.
I see. And Was it part of your contract?
It's
I
not
understand.
part of my contract actually, ma'am.
Okay, so have you talked about it with your agency, your contact person?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
No,
And-
no.
Okay,
Okay.
so please do that and wait for their response, okay? If you will find that you're not receiving the answers that you supposed to receive, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
you should definitely contact the call center, okay?
Yeah, but
Not-
actually,
yeah.
yeah, I could not get in touch with them because I don't have yet any Israelite SIM card.
You did not receive an Israeli SIM card?
No, not yet.
Okay, so first of all, you should ask the employer's family to have an Israeli SIM card. It's very important, and you must be able to communicate with a local number. Okay, and you can text or WhatsApp, or you can call on WhatsApp or text your placement agency, okay, and
Yeah.
ask their help and inform them that you don't have an Israeli SIM card. Inform them with everything, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem, okay? And I'm expecting for a further update later, okay? In the next few days, but please, I like to know that you contact and reached your placement agency. And that you have
Yes,
an
thank
Israeli-
you.
Okay, thank you for anything else. Did I ask everyone?
No
All right.
question.
All right, everyone. So thank you. It was wonderful seeing you all today. And I will update you for further links, information, and our next meeting, okay? So, bye, everyone.
Shalom,
Shalom,
shalom.
shalom. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Sino yung laga ni Christy?